It's nice to see you again, Westchester. It is Friday, September 19th, 2025, and I'm Bonita with the Westchester Chronicle. This past Sunday, over 500 people gathered at the historic courthouse in downtown Westchester to remember conservative political activist Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated at an event in Utah last Wednesday. Members of the Westchester University Republicans and the Chester County Young Republicans joined members of the Chester County Republican Committee and Turning Point Action, an organization that Kirk founded, to speak on the courthouse steps.
For several years, I've been following the ministry of a guy 6 years younger than me, a guy I never met, a guy whose work I've come to respect. He wasn't a politician, he wasn't a CEO, he wasn't a billionaire. He was a guy with a microphone, just like this one. A guy who engaged in meaningful dialogue and meaningful conversations with people. Not a perfect man by any stretch, but a man whose intellectual capacities caught my attention, and I respected him. I followed his pages on social media. I watched his videos on Facebook and on television. I listened to his conversations on the radio and through podcasts. I watched him make his mark on the conservative movement of the United States. So I won't lie. For the last few days, I have been shaken up. When I heard the news of his murder, I was stunned. I couldn't quite figure out why it had such an effect on me, though. Why did this have such a profound effect on Eric Rowe? It's not because I knew him personally. After all, I'd never met the guy. It's not because I agreed with every single thing he ever said. My own wife and I don't agree 100% of the time. No two people ever do. Was it the things that we had in common? That he was a husband and a father like me? Maybe. But he's not the only murder victim who was a husband and a father. So what was it about this tragedy that had such a profound effect on me? But after a few days, it dawned on me. I was grieving so much because I felt like I owed him something. Charlie Kirk, a guy I had never met, was a warrior on the front lines of the battlefield of ideas. And there he was defending me from people who hate me. He was defending me from people who hate the things I stand for. Woo!
After the event, our editor Kyle Hudson spoke with Mallory Stowell of Turning Point Action, who was one of the organizers for the event.
We were just at a Charlie Kirk Vigil. It was an incredible experience to be able to speak and put my message out there along with Charlie's. I think it's very important that the people in this community understand that Turning Point is here to support the community. We're here to work together. We want you to be involved. We want you to be a part of your community. It's very important to us that everybody gets involved.
Who is Charlie Kirk?
It's a very big question. Charlie Kirk we are Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk, you are Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a man that spoke his mind, and whether you agreed with him or not, his political beliefs and his openness about speaking to anyone, regardless of who you are or where you come from, is something that we should all take away from this. I think it's very important that you talk to your neighbors, talk to everybody, get involved, be in politics. There is no world without politics. It's who we are. And, God bless America. That's why we're here. We're here for the foundational and principles that the United States is together. We're united. And I think that, again, regardless of whether you believed in what Charlie had to say or not, the loss of any human life is incredibly disappointing to see in this country, and it's important for us to come together. I'd like to say, please get involved. Please contact me. I'm a Chester County resident. I love it here. I love the people here. Please be connected. We are all one. We are not separated. It's not red versus blue. It is us together. Be involved, be politically outspoken, speak your mind, don't be afraid. Fear is a disease, an illness. It's something that we need to eradicate. Be outspoken. Tell people how you feel. Put your message out there.
And if people want to reach out to you and find out more about your organization, where can they find that out?
I have a Twitter account. It's Mallory Stowell 2. And my Facebook account is Mallory Lynn. I would love to connect with anybody who contacts me. Please contact me. I'd be happy to point you in any direction for volunteering or to get involved with Turning Point. I'd be happy to.
Political violence has no place in our society. No one deserves to be shot for what they say for or against our government, its laws, or its citizens. No one deserves to be shot for any reason. We are all concerned about the state of our country right now. The future will be decided by how we respond to events like this individually. There will not be one big event or one person that brings us all together, but every single one of us needs to make an effort to do what we can to make our community a better place. And that means reaching out, listening, and providing space for people to grow. Because at the end of the day, our community is just a bunch of people from different backgrounds and ideologies figuring out how to get through life together. We are just a bunch of neighbors. If we can figure out how to embrace our differences and be there for one another, even when it's hard, we will have a stronger, safer community. It's not easy, but it is absolutely worth it. And now, here's Emily with the weather.
Well, hey there, Bonita, and it's great to see you again, Westchester. I'm Emily Gahn, here to walk you through your forecast for this weekend and beyond. Finishing up the week with Friday, we're a bit warmer than our most recent trends. We go up to 85 degrees and down to 57. It's sunny with a slight breeze. We start slowly cooling off again on Saturday. We've got a slight breeze as well and a high of 77 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. It's going to be sunny just like Friday. On Sunday, those clouds start to make their way in, but it won't be completely overcast. 74 degrees, dropping down to a chilly 49 degrees at night. We'll have a slight breeze as well, and from here on out, we start to warm back up. Taking a look into next week, our highs across the board hover around 80 degrees with a low of 50 degrees on Monday, and lows in the mid to high 50s for the rest of the week. We've got a slight breeze all the way through our report here, and the sun will come back out again on Wednesday, just before we welcome a quick rain shower or two. We're expecting a steady drizzle in the afternoon on Thursday that should last a few hours, and a shower on Friday night. Friday's drops will be heavier than Thursday's, and they won't interfere unless you've got plans outdoors in town. Bonita, you know I love a good restaurant in town, but I'll certainly be in bed by the time we get our rain on Friday. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. This past Sunday, skateboarding returned to downtown Westchester when Skate Chesco had their Skate the Streets event outside Sidebar, where skaters from our community got to come out and skate a bunch of cool ramps and rails provided by the founder of the organization, Baade. Our editor, Kyle Hudson, caught up with him later in the week to talk about that project.
Yeah, so this past week we just had our Skate the Streets. We partnered up with Sidebar and made Gay Street into a mini temporary skate park. So our group is called Skate Chesco, and we're just like an advocacy group just trying to help promote skateboarding all throughout Chester County. We want to, we just started doing these events this summer. We actually started with a thing called Skate 101, where we had a series of 3 free skate programs introducing 5 to 13-year-olds to skateboarding. We had a bunch of small ramps we made with the help of Westchester Woodworks here in town. And we had some loaner skateboards who were donated by Push Skateboarding. We had safety gear from ProTech. And we just got a bunch of the skaters in town to volunteer their time. And we worked with a bunch of kids, and not just their kids, but their parents, to show them just the basics of even like which foot goes in first, how you stand on a board, how you balance it, and just how to push. And we got this idea actually because my son, when he was at preschool, we realized that they have all these programs, like their ATA comes through and they show martial arts, and there's soccer shots for soccer, and YMCA has intro to gymnastics. And there's all these programs for these things. But for skateboarding, you're on your own. You have to figure it out. And I realized that a lot of parents have no idea how to even start to teach their kids. And so we was like, well, let's try to help remedy that. But we are waiting for the Westchester Parks and Rec Master Plan to be released to see kind of what the future holds for Westchester Parks. And we want to start working with them because we know one idea is to add skateboarding in a public skate spot or skate park to Westchester. And there is currently the Wawa Park, but that's 3.5 miles away. You need a car to get there. And plus, it's been there for close to 20 years, so it's a little long in the tooth. You know, it needs some updates. Yeah, it's been really great to see all the public support from people, like all the volunteers and local businesses. Because Westchester Woodworks and Ben Feathers, they volunteered their time and the facility to help CNC for all the ramps. We had AAA Hellenic Marble. They gave us a couple pieces of composite granite, and we recreated some of the steps on High Street that have been skated for 25 plus years. Fence Authority donated all the fencing to keep boards from, hitting people at sidebar and whatnot. And they also gave us a bunch of 2x4 scraps, which we made this under the substructure of the ramps. The skate surface was from Pastrana land, from Lindsay Adams Pastrana and Travis Pastrana's compound down in Maryland. And it's great to see all these people want to get behind skateboarding and just really show that it is a group effort to have something have something built in town, and there is support. And we've seen that from the Skate 101s we've done, and then now Skate and Break and Skate the Streets, that a lot of families came out. People were trying skateboarding for the first time. Some people are getting back on boards, and we just really want to see skateboarding start thriving again.
If people want to find out more about what you guys are up to, where can they find you out?
So the best way to find us is social media through Instagram at Skate Chesco. You can also go to skatechesco.com. We have a website there. And if you want to send us a message, let us know what you think. Just skatechesco@gmail.com.
You can find out more about Skate Chesco in the description below. This Sunday, the 21st, the Chester County Restaurant Festival will be back in the borough for its 44th year. Local and regional restaurants and food vendors will be lining Gay Street from Darlington to Matlack, bringing every type of food you could imagine. The event is hosted by Westchester's own Parks and Recreation. From noon to 5:30, downtown will be packed with people and snacks, so come get a taste of what Westchester and Chester County has to offer. You can find out more about the event by going to downtownwestchester.com. Before we go, we want to wish a happy Rosh Hashanah on Monday and Tuesday night to all of our neighbors who will be celebrating. Shana Tova and Happy New Year. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Thanks to your continued support, our team has grown and we look forward to bringing you even more coverage. With our friends at Alliance Space, we can take our project to the next level. However, in order to keep this show ad-free, we will need your help. If you appreciate what we do, please consider becoming a supporter on Patreon, liking and sharing us on Facebook, and subscribing on YouTube. It's the easiest way to support us and help us bring you the news. And if you'd like to listen to our show via podcast, you can find us on SoundCloud. Finally, if you have a news tip, an event you'd like us to cover, or just want to say hi, you can reach us via email at westchesterchronicle@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Our program is produced by Crimson Planet Media, recorded at Alliance Space here in downtown Westchester, and our music is by Doug Keller. As always, we want to thank you for your time, and we hope to see you soon. Until then, I'm Bonita with the Westchester Chronicle.